So, Heidi, tell me, how did your date with the sexy librarian go? Oh, Yvonne, believe me when I tell you, I have never had a first date go so well. Bertrand is so sweet and smart. Oh yeah? What happened? Tell me all about it. What did you guys end up doing? Did he take you to that new Italian place you were talking about? Yeah, and then we went to a play. Can you believe that? On our first date. Play? Well, not exactly my thing, but I know it's yours. What did you see? We saw Death of a Salesman, and it was so amazing. Oh, you went with a really uplifting one for your first date, huh? Well, it's not exactly uplifting, but it is a classic. And then what? Did you guys get coffee or anything after? A drink? Actually, yes, coffee. And then he walked me home, and then he kissed me goodnight. Oh, really? You got a kiss goodnight, too? Oh, well, lucky girl. How was the breath? Well, espresso, but so was mine, so they canceled each other out. So what do you two have in common? Are you into the same books and stuff? Music? Well, I'm more of a genre girl, mystery and horror and stuff, and he's more literary-minded. But it's not like he looks down on my tastes or anything. So he doesn't think you're some simple country farm girl raised barefoot in a barn? I don't know, maybe, but he may not have a problem with that. He's a big William Faulkner fan. So what does Bertrand look like? Big, thick, horn-rimmed glasses, pocket protector, calculator watch? Your idea of a librarian is very unusual. When's the last time you set foot in one? A library? Oh, college, I guess. Anyway, he has kind of light brown hair, sort of chestnut. Oh, I like chestnuts. He's tall. How tall? I don't know, 6'1"? Nice. So I take it you're going to see him again then? Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, if he calls and asks me out again, but I honestly don't see him not doing that. Well, you totally deserve it after everything that you've been through? After everything I've been through? What do you mean? You know, everything with Johnny, the robbery. Oh, well, that was ancient history. I haven't even thought about him in a long time. A librarian would certainly be a change of pace from him, that's for sure. Yeah, I doubt I'd have to attend any court hearings with Bertrand. Don't jinx it. Well, what about you? What about me? Any particular suitors catching your eye lately? Oh, well, there may be one or two that may be tickling my fancy. Any names you care to share? Anyone special? His name is Quentin, and I'm not so sure he's special, but he'll do it for now. Maybe we can go on a double date sometime? Yeah, sure, sounds like fun. And what does Quentin do? He's a podcaster, actually, full-time even. Oh, well, that's impressive. And what's his subject? True crime, what else? He just wrapped a series on the Murdoch family murders. That is so played out. But I guess it is sort of mandatory to talk about for a true crime podcast, isn't it? Well, it isn't like he's not going to have a wealth of material now with those murders in Sharonstown. Yeah, 3 bodies now. Can you believe that? You know what 3 means. No, what? It means that we're officially dealing with a serial killer here, just 2 hours away from our hometown. That is so terrifying, and even more terrifying for us is his type. What do you mean? You haven't noticed what all of his victims have in common? Black hair? Straight? That's right, black, straight hair, and pale, skinny girls too. Hey, I'm not pale or skinny. Come on, Yvonne, you're Casper the Grumpy Ghost. Okay, well, just wait until I get back from vacation. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking of dyeing my hair. I don't know, maybe curling it or something. Oh, that's ridiculous. Don't do that. When are you ever going to cross paths with the what's social media calling him now? The Sharonstown Strangler. Ah, right, of course. I thought it was something classy like that. So what does your new boyfriend say about this guy? How long is it going to take for him to get caught? It's a little bit hard to be a serial killer in the modern age, isn't it? With all the cameras and whatnot. Well, first of all, he says you should never assume anything about the perpetrator. So you're saying it could be a woman? Of course, it could be anybody. Who were the victims so far? A waitress, right? That was the first. The waitress was first. She was from the truck stop, right? She worked at the subway. He waited for her out back. What about the second? They think he's the one who stabbed the hitchhiker in Cedar Creek, the dancer. Right. And now the grocery clerk. She was just 16. It was her first job. He or she are getting more brazen, more reckless. So you think they're about to be caught is what you're saying? I don't know, but I honestly don't think that we're in danger. And how do you figure that? Well, the working theory is that he met all of these women in bars, and we don't hang out in bars. Sometimes we do. Yeah, but hardly ever anymore. Well, I still say that we should be careful. All right, Heidi, duly noted. But you're the one traveling around for work so much, maybe you're the one that should be careful. I know, that's what I'm afraid of, in and out of these hotels, restaurants. Just don't talk to any strangers, okay? Okay, Yvonne, thanks for the advice. Hey, Yvonne, what's up? Nothing much, Heidi. Did you have fun last night on our double date? Oh, yeah, I did. What about you? Yep, sure, I definitely did. Yes, sirree, Bob. So, what did you think of Bertrand? Oh, definitely a very interesting guy, very intelligent, very knowledgeable about lots of things. I know, isn't he though? And he is very handsome. You were right about that. Oh, so is Quentin for sure. I actually liked the slicked back hair. Normally I don't like that on guys, but he can pull it off. So, they really seemed to hit it off. Yeah, they definitely seem to have a lot in common. And, I didn't realize that Bertrand was such a true crime fan. Yeah, I didn't either, to be honest with you, but I guess we've just never talked about it. Yes, and he certainly seemed to know a lot about, serial killers in particular. Well, I suppose he has a lot of time to sit around at the library and read books about the subject if he wants to. You don't think that librarians would be a little too busy to be reading on the job? Well, perhaps, but not all the time, I guess. Maybe he does it on his lunch break. Okay, well, Quentin knows so much because it's his job. He literally hosts a show about it. Fine, maybe Bertrand just listens to a lot of true crime podcasts. Maybe he goes home and watches serial killer documentaries on Netflix after work, so what? What are you trying to say, Yvonne? That I'm dating a serial killer or something? Is that it? What? No, that's not at all what I'm saying at all. That Bertrand is the Sharonsville Strangler? No! Then what are you saying? I don't know. He just gives me the creeps is all, Heidi. He has cold, dead eyes. Lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. Come on, don't be mad at me. My new boyfriend gave you the creeps, and you're telling me this, and you don't want me to be mad at you? Yeah? Do you think you could maybe do that for me? Pretty please? I don't think it works that way, honey. Sorry. You can tell me how you really feel about Quentin. Will that make it even? But I think Quentin's a pretty cool guy. So he doesn't act weird around you or anything? Act weird? How so? Like, when he's giving you a shoulder rub massage, he doesn't start tightening up around your neck or anything? What? No, nothing like that at all. Okay. I noticed he ordered his steak rare. Well, yeah, so what? It was particularly bloody. I guess that's just the way he likes it. Okay, he did have particularly good knife skills with it as well. Skills, I mean. Was he ever a chef? Hey, Yvonne? Yeah? Could you maybe shut up about my boyfriend being a psycho or whatever you think he is from now on? I never said he was a psycho. I'm just asking questions. If every person who ordered a rare steak was a psycho, there'd be a lot of psychos out there. Well, maybe there are a lot of psychos out there. You're not a psychiatrist, Yvonne. In fact, I think maybe you've just been spending a little bit too much time with Quentin. Oh, so you're gonna turn my paranoia back on me now, huh? I'm just saying that maybe all of that true crime research you've been helping him with is starting to affect your brain. Look, all we are saying? All I'm saying is that Bertrand seemed to know a lot more about the case than even Quentin, and that's impressive. That doesn't mean anything. On the way home, Quentin said the stuff Bertrand was saying, he either had to have been making up or he must know somebody in the police involved in the case. What does that mean? He's not a liar, and he's not friends with any cops, believe me. It means that only the killer and the police would know these details about the case. Oh, okay, great. So he is a killer. Is that what you're saying? Just because he has some theories about the case? You two really need to take a break from all of this. I just want you to be careful is all. I think you should do a show about the mass hysteria that serial killers cause and the paranoia it stirs up in the community. Come on, Heidi. Don't you think he's a little too slick? What do you mean slick? Well, he dresses so well. So most serial killers dress well? There's just an air of weirdness about him, okay, Heidi? Yes, I know, and I like it, Yvonne. You know what? Maybe you and I need to take a little break too. What do you mean? I need a little bit of time is all. You aren't breaking up with me, are you? Yvonne, don't be so dramatic. No, I'm just mad at you. Oh, well, okay then. Hey babe, how's the library today?
Hey, Heidi. As exciting as ever. Just stocking shelves today mostly. How are you?
I'm okay, just packing for my business trip.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot?
Yeah, well, sorry about that. I've had a lot on my mind today. So, where are you going again?
Dunham, then Oak Plain, then Reston, then Fort Gaines.
Oh boy.
I know. I'm going to be seriously exhausted by the end of it.
So what else is going on? Are you feeling okay?
Fine, except Yvonne's been texting me.
Oh really? I thought you told her that you needed some space.
Well, apparently she feels that we've had enough of that.
Well then.
But I really feel like that's not up to her to decide.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It is kind of up to you, right? I mean, you're the one who said you needed space.
Yes, Bertrand, exactly.
So, do you want to get a coffee later after I get off of work?
I don't think I'm going to have time. I'm sorry, honey.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I'm going to try to hit the road in the next hour or so. Actually, I wanted to do it like 2 hours ago, but you know how that goes.
So, did Yvonne really think that I was the Sharonsville Strangler?
Well, I don't know if she truly believed it, or it was just temporary psychosis from hanging out with Quentin so much.
They didn't break up or anything, did they?
Oh no, they're still together. I mean, as far as I know.
So you two have had zero contact? Nothing? Not even any likes on social media?
Nope, nothing. But she's barely posted anything, just some links to their podcast.
Their podcast? Is it their podcast now? As in, they're doing it together?
Oh yeah, did I forget to tell you about that? Yvonne is now the official co-host of the AMK pod.
And what does AMK stand for?
Axe, Murder, Kill.
Ah, I see. Very catchy.
Yeah, actually, I kind of like it. It has a sort of macabre charm.
If not a bit overstated.
I listened to the latest episode this morning.
Oh really? What was the topic today?
Killer clowns.
Ah, how was it?
I don't know, fine. The real takeaway was how she sounded.
And how was that?
I don't know, just depressed, like kind of out of it.
Like she was drunk, drugged?
No, it's like I said, depressed, just going through the motions of talking about killer clowns for an hour. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe it's time that I text her.
Really? You don't think that's too soon?
No, maybe I should just get it over with, you know? I mean, I can't stay mad at her forever. I'm not going to break up our friendship over this. And especially if it seems like she's hurting and needs me right now. Which I think maybe she does.
Okay, but be careful. Don't let her get in your head. She seems rather manipulative.
Really? Do you think? What makes you say that?
Well, it's just, she certainly seems interested in convincing you that I'm the Sharonsville Strangler. Have you ever stopped to wonder why?
Because she doesn't want me to get strangled, I suppose.
Or could it be that she's in love with me?
What?
Yeah, think about it. This all started after that double date. Now she's depressed. I think maybe you have to consider the possibility that she wants me.
I think you're getting a little too high of an opinion of yourself there, Bertrand.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities, is it? Isn't that what some women are like? Jealous and such?
I guess. I mean, I suppose some are, but Yvonne has never been like that. Maybe something else is going on.
She definitely doesn't agree with her boyfriend about the possible suspects, does she?
Wait, you've been listening?
Well, I may have heard an episode or two. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Very informative.
For some reason, she is just convinced that we can't say for sure if it's a man or a woman. Yet Quentin thinks that he knows for sure it's a man.
I guess it would be strange for a woman serial killer to kill other women.
Yes, well, it's strange to have a woman serial killer at all. Everything about this case is weird.
Why do you think she's so unsure of it?
I have no idea. Usually she's all about blaming men for everything, unless...
Unless what?
Unless she's just mad at me. She's projecting all of this onto me somehow.
Whoa, that's some dark stuff.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think she's depressed, and I would be the one to tell. Out of anybody, I've known her since 3rd grade.
So you guys were always, like, best friends?
Oh yeah, she was always getting me out of trouble.
You were a troublemaker, huh?
Oh, you have no idea. I was a fighter.
A fighter, really?
Yeah, just a really impulsive kid, and I didn't like not being in control. Still don't.
Oh, yes, well, me either. I always tell these women at the library, just let me deal with it already. For God's sake, you're messing it all up.
Yeah, you see, that's why we get along. We don't take any crap from these women. Been doing it my whole life. Enough is enough.
So you aren't going to text Yvonne?
Text? Nah.
Women, huh, babe?
Women. Hi, Heidi. Come on, Heidi, will you please just answer me? I'm on a business trip, Yvonne. What do you want? I just want to talk is all. I want my best friend back. Maybe I'm just not ready to talk yet, Yvonne. Have you ever considered that? Well, I mean, I don't know. I'd hate for it to be like this any longer, Heidi. I just can't take it. Well, I was thinking that maybe it was time to patch things up. Oh, really? Do you mean that? I can't be mad at you forever, Yvonne. We've known each other since 3rd grade. Yeah, that's true. Just cool it with the theory that Bertrand is the Sharonsville Strangler, okay? Oh, well, that theory is long dead, so to speak. It is? So you haven't been listening to the show, I guess? Well, I'm on a business trip, Yvonne. I've been very busy. You're on a business trip? Where at this time? Just around the state, a few cities here and there. I'll be back next week. Oh, well, then you should listen in the car or something. Okay, I'll try. So what's the latest theory? Well, Quentin and I are split on this, but he's totally convinced that this has to be a man. But you, what do you think? Well, I just don't think we can be sure yet. Is there anything that would make you believe it was one or the other? Quentin says it has to be a man because it would fit the profile. The victims are women, the method, etc., etc. Okay, and what about you? Why do you think it could be a woman? Just a feeling. Just a feeling? That's it? That's all you have? I don't know, call it women's intuition or something. Okay, well, I suppose that's possible. Like that movie with Charlize Theron that she won the Oscar for. But why would a woman do that to another woman is the question. Well, maybe she hates other women, but why would that be? You see, now you're thinking like a real investigator. Are you sure that you haven't been listening to our show? Okay, well, maybe I have. Sometimes. Heidi, I'm really sorry about everything I did, about accusing Bertrand. I think you may have been right. Oh, I was? Yeah, maybe I was just too steeped in this stuff. Maybe I did just need to take a step back. Well, I'm glad that you did. I guess sometimes we can get bogged down in our work a little too much, can't we? Speaking of that, I don't want you to work too hard on your trip this time. Remember how sick you came back last time? Yeah, I know. I was exhausted. I thought you were going to keel over on me. What's with all those late nights? Those clients want to party with you or something? I guess, sometimes. Sometimes I just have a hard time falling asleep in these hotels. I used to just go down to the bar and have a drink, but I'm too scared these days. Have you ever considered carrying mace or something, babe? I do have mace. Haven't you noticed that big pink thing hanging off of my keychain? That's mace? Yeah, what'd you think it was, lipstick? Actually, I thought it was Binaca. Binaca? Do they still even sell Binaca? I was actually wondering that myself. I guess it's a good thing that you didn't try to spray it in your mouth then. Yeah. So when are you going to be back? We need to get together. Next Monday. Wow, long trip. Yeah, well, gotta pay the bill somehow. Maybe we can all get together when you get home, us and the boys. Yeah, sure. That sounds great. Hey, Bertrand, what's up?
Oh, hey, honey, how's the trip?
Oh, not bad. I was just driving from Reston to Fort Gaines, and I happened to catch Yvonne and Quentin's podcast, the new episode.
Oh, I thought you weren't listening.
Well, she talked me into it. So you can imagine my surprise when I heard your voice booming from my speakers.
Yeah, well, you see, Quentin called me the other day and asked me if I wanted to come on and, share my insights about the Sharonsville Strangler case.
Well, that's a little unusual considering that at that time, as far as you knew, Yvonne and I were still not speaking.
Oh, well, but this was with Quentin. It was Quentin that I was talking to about all of this.
Yeah, but you were on the podcast with Yvonne, too. I mean, she is the co-host of the show, after all.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just curious as to why you would betray me like that.
Betray you? I didn't betray you. Why do you consider it that?
Because Yvonne and I were not speaking, and you went behind my back to go on that stupid show.
I did not go behind your back.
Of course you did. You didn't even tell me that you were going on.
Well, you were busy on your trip. I didn't want to bother you is all.
One text? You couldn't have sent one little text?
I'm sorry. What can I say?
If you didn't think it was wrong, you would have told me. Doing it behind my back proves your guilt.
Proves my guilt?
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh.
What, Bertrand? Are you being sarcastic with me?
No, not at all. I'm not the sarcastic type, remember? I don't even have a very good sense of humor.
What?
Isn't that what you told Yvonne?
When? I never said that.
Right after you and I first met, you said that I don't have a sense of humor, and then she told me that you had a little more than a temper when you two were kids.
Oh, and what did she say?
Well, she told me about a little girl by the name of Bethy Jacobs.
So she told you about Bethy Jacobs, huh?
Yeah, about how you put her in the hospital.
Oh my God, that was all a misunderstanding. She slipped off those monkey bars. We were only playing.
How many bones did she end up breaking?
How am I supposed to remember that, Bertrand? Does Yvonne remember? Is this where you're getting all of this?
How about 22?
Okay, and what's your point?
That must have been a very slippery slip, is all I'm saying.
And what else are you saying? What are you getting at? Because it really does sound like you want to say something.
I just didn't know that about you.
Well, it's not something that I go around sharing with everyone.
Why haven't you told me?
Because maybe I'm not proud of it. Maybe it wasn't exactly the best time in my family's life.
So, she slipped?
Yes, Bertrand, she slipped.
Okay, well, I just had to ask.
You weirdo. So were you the only one who thought that I was the strangler, or do Yvonne and Quentin think that too?
Well...
Oh my God, you are all ridiculous.
Sorry, babe.
Whatever, don't babe me, Bertrand. Well, hello there, friend. Oh, hi, Heidi. So I'm back in town. When are we getting together with the guys? Oh, soon. Definitely soon. I took the week off, so I'm free. You name the time and place. But I'd definitely love to see you first. Me? You mean just you and I? Well, yeah, sure. I mean, you are my best friend after all. Okay, well, sure, I guess. Great. How about now? Now? Sure, now's good. What's wrong with now? How about I come and pick you up? Are you home alone? Alone? Sorry, I just meant home. Heidi, did you hear about what happened in Fort Gaines Saturday night? No, what? Well, they found another body, another girl. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, a banquet waitress at a Hilton hotel. Was she strangled? Yes, as a matter of fact, she was. Well, that's crazy, isn't it? You were in Fort Gaines on Saturday night, weren't you? Oh, yes, I suppose I was. All the days and cities just sort of blend together when you're on a business trip, you know? Right, and, didn't you stay at the Fort Gaines Hilton Garden Inn? I don't know. I'd have to check my itinerary. Heidi. Yes, Yvonne? The first murder. The prodigal Sharonsville murder 8 months ago. Yes. The night it happened, you were there on a business trip. And how long has this been going on, Heidi? How long has what been going on? Just confess. I was right all along. It is a woman, and it's you! Come on, just let me come over and we can talk about this. I don't think so, Heidi. Oh, come on. You know what? On second thought, yeah, sure. Why don't you come over? Really? Do you mean it? Yeah, but just give me 30 minutes, okay? 30? Okay, dear. See you soon. Yvonne, what are all these police cars doing parked behind your house? Oh, they're for the neighbors. Yeah, I guess they're having a big fight or something. Uh-huh, right. Well, perhaps we should talk another time. Oh, really? You don't want to come in? No, in fact, I think perhaps I should be leaving. You know that you aren't, Heidi. It's over. Damn it, Yvonne. I should have killed you when I had the chance. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, Heidi. Heidi attempted an escape, and after a 2-hour high-speed pursuit, she was apprehended with the help of a steel spike strip and some crafty state troopers. She eventually made a full confession to the 4 murders they suspected her of, along with 2 other cold cases and a suspected third. She's currently in custody awaiting trial. Yvonne and Quentin continued on with the AMK podcast, now with significant national media attention. It garnered them and their new co-host Bertrand a whole new following and allowed them to quit their day jobs to podcast full-time.